Thank you.
So the mood is that you get a more detailed report, and I think even for your purposes, I will have easily said you do it on a written submission, but I think for purposes of making sure that this committee understands, some of the challenges, some of the needs that you want as a ministry, it might be necessary that you appear before this committee. You've seen that lately you've really gotten a lot of favor from the National Assembly, particularly, especially even the Budget Office, and that is reflected on your budget, because the country now understands the role of the Ministry of Defense. And I think this continued engagement even makes it better, because members are able to appreciate where you come from when you do demand sometimes an additional funding. And I think it is better when we engage physically this way, because we are able to throw in questions and there is response. And you have enough team of officers who are behind you who can respond to the issues that these members will want to know. I think for this one, if you asked me, I don't know what you will say, but if you asked me, it would have been very good if you did appear. I will make it a session that will have it on camera. Let's go to every detail of the things that you want to modernize in our military. You see, there is a case that was raised by this committee the other day on our WhatsApp group of the plane that just crashed the other day when officers were training, I think in Malindi or somewhere. One of our members raised, and such issues sometimes members seem to really want to know what is happening with. Is it the technology that we have? Is it the planes that we have that are old, and so on and so forth? So I think it is better if we had a physical engagement. But let me hear from you.
Chairman, I want to say this committee has been very, very supportive, both in asking us very hard questions, but also in terms of even the allocation. Just because we present the issues of budget here, we have had closed sessions before, and I think the members have taken those sessions seriously, and that's why part of the support that we are getting from this committee will be extremely, extremely open to having that sort of a repeat of such a session, so that from the last presentation we did with you, what movement have we made or what plans have been made to speak to the issues we raised in the closed door session. Because it is your responsibility to hear, has there been any movement? And then the additional resources, how are we going to apply them to speak to the same need? Chairman, we are well guided. It will be good to have a one-on-one physical session. I know Honorable Miri knows that there is quite a bit of other things we need to do, but we also have quite a bit of other things you need to do. And this is important for us to have a physical conversation. In any case, some of these resources you are putting to us, it is because you already are clear now of some of the areas that we need support from. So you write to us, Honorable Chair, we'll make sure you don't fail the time you tell us to come, and we do the presentation and agree on a few issues.
What we will do with the blessings of the members is that we will have another retreat, like the retreat that we had last year. I'll repeat that for Brigadier is distracting. I will organize with the blessings of the members. We will do a retreat like we did last year to engage with the same issue. I'll pass the message to the clerk of the National Assembly this morning, and then the liaison team will agree on where and when. Honorable Caleb and then Honorable Ikana.
Chair, I didn't intend to maybe go this direction, but because now the militaries are here and we oversight them, it's just a concern because, the world is increasingly becoming anarchic, and definitely we cannot observe events. We are an East African hegemony. We cannot just observe events as they happen. We just maybe want to know, when we interact with you, our military and how our intelligence works around, because when you become a regional hegemon, and the globe is anarchical, you of course become a target of some sort, depending on where your international relations is premised. And I think Kenya stands there, right at the center. So sometimes we land into things when they have happened, when you could have actually observed and tried to cushion yourself. So I don't know how we are prepared militarily in terms of response to any attack, and foreseen for that matter, because we are never at war. But why do we have a military? To protect the interests of the nation and our self-interest for that matter, whether it's locally or internationally. We don't prepare because we are at war. We prepare for an unforeseen circumstance that can happen anytime.
That is your homework for the retreat, peers, so prepare for it very well, so that when you come for the retreat, you have all those answers.
Sorry. Thank you, Chairman. I was actually raising my hand not to open a new subject of discussion, but just to second the proposal you had made.
I'm happy that I have a colleague here who always second, Mr. Yes, and that one is acceptable. But mine, Chairman, to protect me, mine is just as actually as it is. No, you people, you are the guarantee of Kenyans. As Caleb was saying, even though we are going to go for a retreat, you are the guarantee of Kenyans to feel that there is a cure. I've seen people being armored are trying to run from places which they don't have places to run, and others having places where they can run and hide. What are you doing about us? Because these are things which are opening our eyes. Think about it and come with an answer.
I think the two questions
think and come with an answer. Thank you, Chairman.
Are we safe as a country? I think you can easily respond to that. Honorable Mabona.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I don't think those are issues that we are saying as, even if they were to respond, I don't think they will respond openly. So I think those are, if you ask me, I would wish that they are taken as concern and noted and acted on, and maybe serious concern. But when we have, as you've said, when we have a more closed door meeting in the retreat, then we can. But I think they are very valid concerns with what is going on globally. The issues that they are talking, you are seeing with the people being bombarded, you can hear sirens hide. So even if you gave a siren here in Kenya, where am I hiding? Look at what, this was not even military, the one, just Gen Z here. From the main parliament, we had nowhere to go. So those are things that you need to think about in terms of piece of advice, really. But I don't think you need to necessarily respond. Yeah.
Forgot to mention that it was the military that rescued us, actually. Honorable Mamusi.
Yeah, Chair, thank you. Probably, Chair, because we have the media and our colleagues have asked very sensitive questions, very important. Kenyans are well informed. They are following what is happening globally, and they will be concerned, and they will probably be following this session, and they would want to hear from you. Are they safe? So probably without giving details, you can talk about what you think our capabilities as a military. Yeah.
I know you're a very brilliant person, P.S. Please respond.
Thank you, Chairman. Those questions are not just even for members of parliament. It's really Kenya because of what we are seeing globally. It's amazing how the world is turning every day. Yesterday is not like today. We don't know what is happening tomorrow. And it is not just East Africa or region, globally. I think it is, there's a presentation that we got somewhere on our chair. One of our officers quoted somebody and said, it's like we are in third world war, but piecemeal. It's not a global war, but it's too many small wars. We are actually like in third world war, but piecemeal. I'm sure, not sure, I'm certain our military is not, they are not, the military is not just stuck there, seeing what is happening, because we have a constitutional responsibility to protect our country. And that is what our uniformed people do when they wake up. They have no other business. It's to protect our country. I've been with the military now for 2 years, and I can tell you it's amazing, amazing what men and women, they will never be sung, they don't shout, they say less, but some of us who have a bit of benefit of what happens internally, it's amazing how our men and women wake up every day, don't think anything else, but it's about protecting our country. I was telling, and I think it's this committee, I told them, that when you go to your bedroom and remove your clothes and sleep, and safely so up to morning, there are men and women in uniform who don't sleep. They themselves, they are in boots and uniform just to make sure that we live peacefully. So there's a lot happening. We are safe, but this is a good discussion also, Honorable Chair, because it also rolls up to not the military, but the country to appreciate. You know, I saw somebody comment that the Ministry of Defense budget said, how can the Ministry of Defense have all this money and we are not at war? You know, it's an unfortunate statement that this discourse now nationally is trying to help people appreciate. You know, we have a road. It's until we have a situation in our city that people appreciate that security and defense is at the center of economy and of prosperity. But, you know, it will never be seen, Chair. You know, the things that our military and our security personnel do every day, sometimes they never shouted. It never gets to the media. But there's a lot happening. And we need to support this sector. And clearly, Parliament has seen this need. And that's why I explained some of the resources you are allocating to the Ministry of Defense. Is it enough? No. Is it good progress? Yes. So I think, Chairman, we will discuss into detail when we retreat. But we are safe. But and that support, not just Parliament, even Kenyans, just supporting, you know, and maybe to veer off also, even respecting authority. I know this is a sensitive area, but you know, a chief who has a kirauni, a police who has a kirauni, that is a sense of nationhood. It's what puts us together. It's what puts us together. If we are not together like other countries, we will not fight the Kenya we see. And people have to have that national psyche and spirit. Yeah. And you know, everyone else, sometimes I feel everyone else and neighbors and everyone else love Kenya. But sometimes some Kenyans question their Kenya. You know, it's an amazing, it's a national discourse that we need to do, honestly.
I think we bring it to a close. Honorable Caleb and Honorable Krim, I think that was a fair response.
But I wish that when our colleague, the PS comes back, he should address our curiosity and interest. Because when he comes back, I expect him to address our curiosity and interest. Because, like me, when I sit back and look at
I will not allow you to go that direction because first of all, you came in late and you want to delay the meeting.
I'm finishing, Chairman. It's very important even for you. It's very important.
I'll rule you out of order and please proceed, Anne Murada.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe what I would just want to say is that for the state members here, I think they have heard from, in as much as there may not be a lot of details on our unsung heroes that stayed uniform outside there and taking care of the nation. I would really want to pray that the PS, you make this, in as much as you may not be giving a lot of information, let you be engaging the fourth estate so that they are able to give Kenyans the right information at the right time, what they really need to hear, because the country is consuming a lot of negative information about our unsung heroes. So let the fourth estate who are here today get more information from you, in as much as you may not give a lot of details, but let them be getting this information time and again so that we are able to, the nation is able to consume the right information on what you are doing as a department.
Members, sadly, we have to. Yes, Member Caleb. You can be on the mic.
Give a direction if we need to have a meeting because the concerns we have, Chair, are very major, and you know, it's for the interest of the nation, and we cannot just leave this to the military. We could also have a conversation in the soonest time possible, even if it is in camera.
That's what I said. From this meeting, I'm going straight to the office of the clerk of the National Assembly so that we agree. We will be writing to you. The clerk will probably be writing to you today or tomorrow so that we can schedule a meeting as soon as we can between the two of us, because it also depends on your programs, because most of the people involved, like the way the presentation was last time, involved even the senior ranks of the military. So I think also it will depend on their schedule. Honorable Ikana.
Thank you, Chairman. It's a point of information to all of us, to my colleagues and all of us, that even as we show concern on the threats that we face externally through external aggression, let it also remain known to all of us that we also have internal threats, especially from these people calling themselves Munyoro and Company. Thank you.
You're out of order there. This committee does not recognize any name by Wamunyoro. Those are things that will engage outside the committee. Yeah, on Wamunyoro. Honorable Kirima.
What is it called? The security one. That's the defense.
So, PS, I think we will release you unless any other member has any other issue. But you have a good morning.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.